Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Jason, and I decided to make this channel based on what I plan on doing. I am planning on doing a juice fast. I recently saw a movie called Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead. Director Joe Cross is actually the actor who. It's not really an actor. He's the one who does it. It's about him. It's about his life and the things that he's been going through. He basically comes to New York and decides to stay here for 30 days and then drive for 30 days across country. And in that time period, he decides to stop eating all foods and just juice vegetables and fruits with the juicer that he has with him. I've never heard of anybody juicing in this manner. I've heard people juicing to stay healthy, feel better, as a supplement. Never really heard of anybody doing it in this manner. So I created this channel because I plan on giving this a go. I plan on trying this out. I don't know how long I'm going to do it for. I don't know if it's going to work. I believe it's going to work because it's worked for him and millions of other people that have done this. It was a real eye-opener, and I've never really thought about this as a healthy way to repair your body. I'm 28 years old, and I was just diagnosed borderline diabetes. I supposedly am about 40 pounds overweight. For my height, I'm 5'10", and I weigh 220 pounds, 221. But today it was 220, so maybe I'm doing something right. I have began eating correctly for the past week and a half, 2 weeks, as far as vegetables and proteins. I've been eating grilled chicken a lot, lean turkey meat, making turkey burgers, and always with some kind of steamed vegetable, you know, asparagus, broccoli, whatever I have in my fridge. I particularly like asparagus, and I know that they have a lot of benefits when you eat them, as long as you're not killing them. Most people don't cook their vegetables right, and us as Americans, we just don't eat right. So back to what the doctor said. The doctor said that if I didn't lose a significant amount of weight, that I was going to have to be put on pills in 3 months. That was my timeline. 3 months to change my life, change my lifestyle, my weight, my habits, everything. I saw the movie about a week ago on Netflix, and I encourage everybody out there, if you have Netflix, look it up. I'll put a link down in the description. It inspired me. It inspired me to make this channel. It inspired me to change my life, and to make this commitment, seeing the results that Joe had in his movie. By the end of his movie, he basically took his autoimmune disorder, his weight, and everything else in his life and turned it completely around. He was a whole different person. Without a doubt, you could see it. It's actually mind-blowing when you see it. You just can't believe it at the end. You're like, wow. Everybody, I try to watch it with friends of mine that may have unhealthy lifestyles, kind of similar to mine, because we all kind of live in the same area. We live in the same country. We're faced with the daily pressures of all the processed foods, the sugars, the sodas, and everything. And it's basically shoved down our throats. We don't really have a choice in how we eat anymore because of the fast-paced society that we live in. We're always on the go. It's very hard for us sometimes, most times, to cook a healthy meal. So I watch it with friends because I want them to see that it is possible, that if you make a choice in your life and stick with it, you will get the reward. Most of the friends that I do watch it with, they come out with the same thing as me. I don't know if any of them are going to do it. I know one person in particular that said he wanted to do it with me. It opens your eyes. You want to be healthy in your life. So with that being said, I plan to do this at a 10-day interval. There's people on YouTube that I've seen that do it they start out with their channel right away, 90 days, 60 days, 30 days. I think that that's a little too much. I think for somebody who's never done anything like this, that it's good to set small goals, baby steps. I'll do the 10 days, see how I feel, see the weight that comes off, and then I'll go from there. If I decide to do a 20-day, I'll probably do 20 days and I'll go to my doctor and get blood work just to make sure that I'm doing everything correctly. And if, the best part news is that, my blood pressure is lowering, my blood sugars are back to normal, just to be careful. I don't, even the film says they don't recommend anybody do this without consulting with your doctor. If you are on medication, they say it has to be, oversaw by a physician. Don't try to do it if you have to take serious medication of any kind. So basically, that's what I plan to do. I've also had, some other problems that were like anxiety. I have had severe anxiety since January 7th. It's now February 29th. It's gotten a lot better as the time went on. But the fact that the way it came out of nowhere, it was really scary. And I've been through doctors and hospitals and tests. And at the last doctor I went to was an endocrinologist and told me that borderline diabetes, severe deficiency in vitamin D levels. They gave me one pill to take every week, 50,000 units. I just started that last week, so this week will be my second dose. I will continue that on my juice fast since that's just a vitamin. I don't think that would hurt it. And I wanted to put this out there. If anybody else saw the movie, interested in people's progress, learning more about it, talking to other people, networking, I'm all for that. I love to learn new things, and I'm actually really excited about doing this. I am purchasing a juicer. Actually, I purchased one yesterday, and it should be here Saturday, Monday. So I'm just going to wait and see how that goes. The juicer I got was a masticating juicer instead of the round centrifugal juices, the grinding juices. The one that they used in the movie was a Breville Juice Fountain Plus, I believe. That it was the one that was only $150. It wasn't even the top one. And those are good. Those are good. They're fast. There's certain things that they're not good at, like leafy greens and stuff. I've watched a lot of videos. I've done a lot of reading that, when you have leafy greens and stuff, it just kind of chops them up, and you'll get juice from them, but it'll chop it up, and then the juice won't have all of the nutrients because most of it is getting tossed into like the pulp bin. And while I'm going to do this, a lot of the proteins are going to come from leafy greens like spinach and kale and so on. So my sister, who's very knowledgeable with juicers, she actually started juicing 2 months ago, I think. That's the first time I saw it on her counter. And, she has a regular Jack LaLanne, but she's going to be purchasing a newer one that will give her all of the nutrients. So I found an Omega Vert 350, and that's a masticating juicer, and it kind of looks similar to the Breville in the movie, but what it does is it chops it, and then it presses it. This way you get the most extraction of all the enzymes. And another key is that it spins at 80 RPMs as opposed to 13,000 and 6,500, which I think the Breville is. It's a 2-speed. The low RPMs, they reduce significantly the amount of oxidation in the juice, which can harm the enzymes and the nutrients. So, it will work. It worked for the guy, in the movie, Joe. It worked for him using the regular style one. It really depends on your budget. I just decided that if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it the right way. This one cost me about, I think it's $379 brand new. They offer free shipping from the website. I'm not trying to sell this. I just want to get it out there, the type of juicer that will give you the most bang for the buck, because you are going to be spending a lot of money on just fruits and vegetables. So to only get half of the nutrients and half of the juice, it's just, it's a no-brainer. You really don't want to do that, spending hundreds of dollars on this. And kind of throwing out here for that. So, with that being said, again, that's the juicer that I decided to get. This is going to be my first official introduction video. I had made one yesterday, and I was kind of tired, and I put it up just to see what it was, and looking at it today, I didn't really like it. So this is pretty much more direct on who I am, and what I plan to do, and I don't want to bore anybody. So I will leave this video here, and my next video will probably be talking about the steps that I'm taking as far as getting ready to do this and my goals and what I hope to achieve out of it, and should be starting soon. So thanks a lot for watching. Have a great day.